Will be from the Netherlands, the young player Richard Veenstra. But he'll have to knock out the defending BDO champion Scott Mitchell, who has had a couple of scares already this week, but he's enjoyed being champion so much he wants to do it all again.
It's been one of the most fantastic 12 months you could ever have. It's not just about holding the trophy, it's the people you meet, it's the dart fans that you meet that want to meet the trophy and you. They're the special people. Without them, we're nothing.
3 missed match darts. Mitchell breathes again.
Mark is a great player, and I wouldn't have been embarrassed in any way, shape or form to have lost to him, but I think I've showed that I really don't want to give it up, and I've tried to come back here and not have the burden of being the world champion on my back, but you do, it's natural, you're gonna carry it a little bit, and I hope that both games, even the one against Craig, you know, I've dug in there and got the job done eventually, and hopefully that's what a champion does.
He's got it! Scott Mitchell has managed to edge home. The world champion has managed to hold on with a sudden death victory.
I think that win games like I've just won without having a bit of mental strength, but the game against Mark, there was times I was left mentally wanting. I was back to the old days where I started thinking, you know, what was going wrong, and I do sometimes every now and again look at Sharon and Katie and Sam in the crowd and try to get them to tell me, am I doing anything wrong? And they were looking back at me as if to say no. I'd love to be a 2-time champion, don't get me wrong. You spend your life and you dream of being a world champion, and you tell everybody, if I could just win it once, that would make my life, and then you win it. It's like, well, I wouldn't mind a second one, maybe a third. I'm obviously in my prime of my darting life at the minute, obviously with one anyway, so it would be nice to add a second one, but you know, we can only see.
No doubt Scott will try to slow down Richard Veenstra, who plays a warp factor. He didn't mess about in beating Martin Atkins yesterday, and don't forget Richard knocked out the number 3 seed Jeffrey de Graaf in the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 BDO World Championships here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside. We now introduce a winner of 13 BDO World Ranking titles. He's the reigning England Masters and Jersey Open champion. The reigning Lakeside World Champion, it's Scotty Dog, Scott Mitchell!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Quarter-final, the final match of tonight.
Well, I hope you're looking forward to it, because we sure are. There are 5 men left in this year's World Championship, but only 4 places available on semi-final Saturday. 2 Englishmen, 1 Canadian and a Dutchman, or a Canadian and 3 Englishmen. Scott Mitchell, well, he's still here, and that's saying something given how many match darts he survived in his second round match. And what a debut it's been for Richard Veenstra from the Netherlands. It's his first time here. Scott Mitchell, the defending champion, he's 45 years of age, he lives in Christchurch, and he has loved his year as world champion. Current world ranking is number 8, Veenstra is the world number 15, he's 34 years of age, and he has 1 ranking title to his name. It's a Dutchman who'll take charge of this.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First up, it's Scott Mitchell first. Game on.
Marco Meyer calls Scott Mitchell forward to the hockey, and this final quarter-final is underway.
Scott Mitchell has a good big match temperament. Not a great start there, but there's a feeling that Mitchell may be in this match. He is the favourite, and that he will sort of grind Veenstra down, who's a very, very fast player. And I don't think you'll see Mitchell exactly rushing. He'll be trying to make this his match, his kind of tempo.
during
100.
Gulliver de Graaf, I went backstage and watched them both on the practice boards, and I tell you what, if they fire on stage like they were practicing 20 minutes ago,
96.
stand by, hold on to your hats, get onto the edge of your seat, get off the edge of your seat. It's extraordinary. Neither of them were missing a dart.
That's one in. That's two in.
140.
Scott just chilling, listening to his music, calmly going about his business.
He's a good big occasion player, isn't he? He's one of those who, I mean, it seems to faze some people, but he's grown and matured, and he really does look to the manner born when he gets up there now.
Well, he was one of the people it used to faze.
Oh, I know. Yeah, absolutely. He had a lot of trouble, and he consulted psychologists, took advice from all sorts of fellow pros, and finally mastered it.
61.
To the extent now
93.
where he's ahead in this opening leg, and now needs 93 for the first leg on the board in the opening set. Good dart, 7-7.
86. This is to require 119.
119 for Veenstra.
Treble 20 for tops. No, Scott will be back.
54.
Well, 3 double
Scott
2 I would assume
requires
here for 7. Normal way of going about it. Double 2. Twos never lose, they always say.
3. This is to require 65.
3 missed doubles from Scott Mitchell, so to nick the leg. Double 6 he needs.
59.
Double 2 for Mitchell.
4.
It was important to get underway, get into the match. Double 1, Madhouse.
No score. This is to require 6.
Double 3, straight in.
Veenstra.
And that's a leg against the throw. So first blood to the Dutchman. Flyers, as he's known.
Flyers off to a flyer.
Knows about Scott Mitchell, doesn't he? They were in the final of the WBF World Pairs over in Turkey. Played with Wesley Harms. And Veenstra and Harms beat Scott and Mark McGeaney in the final.
They've only played once in singles. That was about 16 months ago. Who won? Scott won, just nicking the odd leg with the darts, and then said to Richard Veenstra, do you know what, mate? Get on the circuit, start playing. In 2016, you'll have the ranking points to reach Lakeside. He's slightly regretting giving that advice now.
Yep, here he is. Be careful what you wish for, they say, don't they?
81.
Mitchell's going to have to be really on his game to win this one. First to 5, taking a place in the semi-finals. 5 in sets, that is. And first to 3 in each set
100.
to win the set.
Scott Mitchell survived 8 match darts against Mark McGeaney in the second round. 8 match darts. Here comes, no.
Mark should have done it really, shouldn't he?
Oh, no question. 8 times. 8 times over.
He threw really well, Mark McGeaney, and showed that he is a name for the future. But he just couldn't just nail it in the all-important key doubles, which is, of course, what Scott's so good at.
His checkout percentage, Scott Mitchell, so far this championship, 48%. He's averaging
58.
almost 92. Veenstra,
141.
just north of 90 and 43%. So, to level this first set. Treble 19. Oh, double 12 for a 141. This would be nice. There it is.
Scott Mitchell.
And the Mitchell fans, and there are plenty of them, thoroughly approve of that.
Game on.
Such a popular champion he's been, as you're hearing earlier. He is really put himself about, done a lot of exhibitions, shown off the trophy which he was so proud to win. He's done himself a lot of favours. He's a real people person.
Tony O'Shea calls him the greatest world champion.
In that respect. Well, yeah, you've got to echo that. He has been a very dignified, worthy world champion and immensely popular. I mean, he's had time for everybody here this week. Terrific. That 141, incidentally, the highest check out of the quarterfinals.
85.
Two legs so far, both one against the darts.
16.
He's a good friend of Marco Meyer.
18.
Our referee is Scott Mitchell. But for ages, he believed that he would always lose when Marco was reffing him. But that hoodoo was put to bed last night. Nearly wasn't, mind you. 8 times it could have been.
83.
So now he'd had breakfast with Scott this morning, and he said he doesn't care who referees him.
Marco Meyer, Dutch referee. Richard Veenstra,
100.
one of those inspired principally by Raymond van Barneveld, such a hero figure, former champion of this and the PDC event. And had that fantastic win
58.
against Michael van Gerwen at the Ali Pali over Christmas.
Just reading not an autobiography, but an authorised biography of Barney.
Any good?
It's not bad. Just been translated
38.
into English.
Scott to require
10 then
100.
for Mitchell. He's just taken out 141. Treble 20, double 10, or tops. Well, he's got time because Veenstra not on a
60.
finish.
Tops when he comes back, Scott Mitchell.
'81.
So tops. Here he
Scott
goes for
to
2-1.
40.
It's on the throw. You'd expect to clean this one up. Oh, missed that by a way. Oh, double 15. He can't believe what's happening. Double 15 is what he wants. Checking that he scored 10. And he's missed that by
25.
distance as well. That was pretty
93.
awful, as the expression confirmed.
Well, no problem taking out 141. Bullseye for Veenstra.
68.
But he can't hit the doubles at the moment.
See if he can do any better now. He's only got 1 out of 9 so far, which is very un-Scotty
No
dog-esque.
score.
And that's another bad dart.
Reason to require 25.
To punish Mitchell. Double 8.
17.
Well, he's still on
Scott to
15.
require 15.
7 double 4 is what he went for last time and wound up with the fat 16.
There's for 7.
Now then. Just the wrong side of the wire.
7.
Still can't find it. 1 double out of
Reason to
11.
require 8.
Same double for Veenstra.
Yeah, let's game show at the third line.
Well,
Richard Veenstra.
They will,
Forward line goes to Richard at 12.
we assume, settle down shortly.
Yeah, this is a very nervy start for both men. Check-out rates, particularly from Mitchell,
41.
pretty awful. And the scoring has been fairly prosaic as well.
No one's held their throw yet.
No.
100.
I tell you what, both these players would expect to average in the high 90s.
81.
And look at the first 3 legs.
A lot of that's down to the fact that they've not been able to finish, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're wasting darts on doubles, then the averages are going to come tumbling down.
1 out of 11 Mitchell,
140.
2 out of 7 Veenstra.
Mitchell's actually been scoring more heavily than Veenstra. He's had 4 140 pluses. Veenstra's yet to have one.
98. $62.
Still can't find the consistency that you would anticipate and expect. He, as you say, on the practice board, looking sensational, getting up there.
100.
And the tension of the moment may be affecting both lads.
Well, he did say to me, he just took out an earpiece and said, "Have you been watching this?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Trouble is, it's a bit too good. It always worries me when I'm too good on the practice board." And the little wide earpiece went back in, and he carried on
38.
peppering the treble 20.
Well, it's fair to say that he's got another gear which he could get into.
He's got several.
Veenstra, 181 when he started, that's 140, so he's favourite to win this now, but Mitchell could take this out in theory. He's done 161 already in the tournament, but not this time.
59. Reason to require 41.
Veenstra, 9 double 16. Oh dear, missed by a way. Double 12 he's got left.
29.
This is not good.
That was for the set.
To require 102.
10 for double 16. Double 16 for Mitchell.
86.
I had to hit that, you feel.
Reason to require 12.
Veenstra likes double 6. Happy on this side of the board.
Yeah,
Often
let's keep showing the
Sets
first
up
set.
double 6 as he's
Reason
finished.
Veenstra.
Well, almost by default, he takes the opening set.
Second set, first line is
A
Reason
fairly
to
knowledgeable crowd, albeit
Pimo.
one who are in party mode, are less than enthused at the moment.
81. $43.
Dear me, need some big scores here. They'll fire off each other. Once they start hitting them, you can guarantee that they will be away.
100.
But it's just stuttering along at the moment.
$59.
Well, they do have a break after
96.
this set. So, I mean, let's hope they can discover their best darts between now and the end of the set, but at least they can go and re-evaluate if they don't.
100.
Yeah, that's wild.
100.
Decent last start. He's on a finish, Veenstra, 124. Now, come on, Scott, fill it up. Coming down, didn't
99.
fancy it.
Reason to require 124.
Treble 18 for Bull. I think he's hit the treble 18.
92.
He decided not to go for it, with Scott back on 200.
Double 16 when he returns. There's the treble 20.
100. Reason to require 32.
So double 16 for Veenstra,
And let's
yes.
keep showing the first line. Reason Veenstra. Second line is Scott the 12 first.
Mitchell needs a little bit of a wake-up call. Can't allow this to go on too long, or this set is going to start to look rather difficult. And he doesn't want to go into the break 2 sets down.
55.
Averaging 73 against Veenstra's 75. That is not good.
81. $41.
There's the look of a man who can't wait to just have a little break with it and just get his head straight, Scott. Give himself a shake.
$81.
Still just the one treble.
He's kind of meandering this match at the minute.
58.
I think sometimes it takes one of them to find a bit of form, and that'll drag the other one into the match. But at the moment, they're both just
87.
plodding along, scoring 50s and 80s, averaging
114.
in the mid-70s.
I like it. Scott's had 12 darts already. Veenstra the 140. Let's see if there's a response. See if it can trigger something. Looking for another.
100.
Well, it was a better 3, wasn't it?
Richard Uruguay 141.
Well, Scott's taken out 141 in this match already. We thought that might get him going, but
93.
it hasn't. It
Scott
was
Uruguay 137.
Good dart. Well, no finish now.
97. Richard Uruguay 48.
Topsy once. And Topsy
Let's
again.
game short in the second leg. Richard Veenstra.
Break of throw again.
Third leg is
Veenstra
Richard
nicely
25.
placed to take a 2-set lead. First to 5. Not quite a crisis yet. It's not looking great for the champion.
16.
The big man needs to stir. He looks hot as well.
He looks hot, he looks bothered. He doesn't look 100%, to be honest.
Well, there's a little bit of a bug going round. I've got a bit of a snuffle. I hope he's not got the same sort of thing.
100. $54.
It's not the place to be if you're not feeling 100%. The
Right.
lakeside stage, under those lights, in that heat.
It's the heat, isn't it?
Especially last match of the night, so the big crowd, and on a Friday night there's not a seat to be had here.
68.
Big crowd, they've been in all day, the temperature just goes up and up and up. Him
81.
shaking his head in the background.
I can't believe how badly he's throwing.
Body language all over the place, darts all over the place.
This is so, well, you have to say, it's
41.
pretty ordinary.
Well, we've seen an awful lot better from both of these players.
See, brilliant matches earlier in the day. The Glenn Durrant-Scott Waits match was extraordinary,
47.
and this is, well, a very different level at the moment.
It's not as if they can't do it. Anyone who saw last year's final knows what Scott Mitchell's capable of.
That's better.
141. $100. Scott Uruguay
Monique,
151.
girlfriend of Richard Veenstra, as Mitchell moves in for 151. Treble 17 for tops. No, he's not got it. So just looking to leave a decent setup. He's looking for treble 14 there.
Well, he will be up back because Richard just wasn't counting, wasn't concentrating. Yeah, you see, if he had been counting, you'd have left a double now.
127. Scott
Mitchell's got to
Uruguay,
get into
60.
this match. 60 tops now. There is something which might just compose him. Family watching on. Wife Sharon, son Sam and daughter Katie.
But into the one.
$36.
Right, he is hot. He doesn't look 100%, does he?
He's feeling it. Well, I suppose the fact he's throwing dross is not going to make him feel any better.
if he can find a way to hold his throw here, and that's no guarantee after a 36 first time out, but if he can hold his throw, then it's 2-all
14
in this second set, and you never know, he could go to the break-all square, but he's got to do better than 36 and 40.
43.
He looks really, really hot up there. Last time I saw somebody looking as struggling like this, it sort of goes back to the days of Andy Fordham. Once saw Mervyn King at the Circus Tavern have all sorts of problems because of the heat.
100.
And I think that Scott is really struggling there. Hugh, the referee, says it's not. He doesn't think it's desperately hot, so maybe he's got a bit of a bug. Modern LED lights don't put out the heat that they used to back in the day. If you can have old modern lights, but you know what I'm trying to say.
100.
Yeah, back in the day, I think being last year, I think the LED lights are new for 2016. Anyway, Scott miles away. Veenstra, when he comes back, can take this out for the set.
Yep, it can be done. 158. Mitchell waiting on 149. He can't do it now, so. Well, Mitchell with the dance. He's not really been put under quite the pressure he should have been. The hundreds is a favoured finish.
Yes. No.
That's more like it. That'll make him feel a bit better. 8 left, so the 100 becomes a must-take for Veenstra. This is for the set. And he's got it. 3-1 and 2 sets to 0 up. The world champion is in some trouble. Scott Mitchell needs to get off that stage and needs to regroup.
What's happening? Cause for concern, because the defending champion really needs to summon up some reserve. Just doesn't look anything like the player he was last year or even this week. Richard Veenstra might run away with this. The story so far, Peter Hedman and Trina Gulliver have won through to play in tomorrow's final in this year's Women's World Championship. Jeff Smith is through to the semi-finals in the men's tournament. We'll be joined by defending champion Scott Mitchell or Richard Veenstra. We're about to continue the final quarter-final. It looks like Richard Veenstra. He's 2 sets up. And as much as we're talking about darts, we're curious, Tony O'Shea, if there's a health issue here for Scott Mitchell. He doesn't look good, and there's Mark McGeaney and his son and well-wishers trying to G him up. He doesn't look anything like his normal self.
He actually looks drained up there on the stage. We don't know whether the game he had with Mark McGeaney actually took it out of him more than we thought, or whether, like you say, it could be a diabetes issue. He is diabetic. Most of the time he looks after it pretty well, but it doesn't take much of a mistake with diabetes to make it a bad day. Yeah,
well, there are nutrition issues, there's hydration issues, and your blood sugar levels for diabetics are absolutely vital. If you want to concentrate up there, and in any situation, concentration, especially in this World Championship quarter-final, you need total concentration.
I've been there myself on a couple of occasions, and you try and do the right thing, but sometimes, especially the lifestyles that dart players lead, it's not always possible.
Well, it's always possible to read too much into these things. Scott is telling everyone that asks he's absolutely fine. Well, the champion is very dignified. He doesn't look fine at the moment, darts-wise, Tony.
Obviously, it's not worrying because there are signs, and it's not a serious issue. I think it might be just total fatigue.
A few 180s and winning doubles might change things round. Back to John and Vassos.
Haven't had a 180 in this match yet.
First set, first leg, it's got the throw first. Game on.
My, could we do with one? Scott Mitchell to get the 3rd set underway, and if you are a Scott Mitchell fan, you can take some solace in the fact that earlier today, that's better, by the way, from Scott. Dennis Harbour was 2 up on Jeff Smith. We thought the Harbour Master was destined for the semi-finals. Smith won 5-2. Funny things. Breaks.
Well, it's a better start, isn't it? Come back and bang in a couple of treble 20s. And do it another one now, just to maintain that feeling of improvement. Can't find one.
We did ask him during the break, is he all right? And he said, yeah, 100%.
I guess he kind of would say that, though, wouldn't he? He's not going to try and convey
58.
negative thoughts.
Although he's pretty honest.
Yeah, true, true. Anyway, that's all for the future. A long way to go in this match yet, and that's more like it.
I found out something very interesting about Scott Mitchell that I didn't know before over breakfast this morning.
Are you going to share it with a wider audience?
Scott Mitchell
98.
was once managed by Harry Redknapp at football.
Really? Now that is something I didn't know.
Bournemouth,
was it?
No, it was a school team.
Oh, okay.
He was at school with Harry's kids. Harry used to take them to football, and even back then he was managing with the best of them, apparently. I'll tell you more after this leg, because
Let's see
Scott's
if he can
already on a
take this
finish.
one out, yeah.
Treble 19. Treble 10 now, he can't finish, but he will be back.
44. .44. Scott to require 52.
20 for double 16, we'd imagine, or 12 and tops. Oh, tops he wants.
That's game
He
short for the first
gets-
one. Scott Mitchell.
Well, that stops a little bit of a rock, doesn't it?
Game on.
First time he's held his throw.
45.
Scott wanted to know why he wasn't the first name on the team sheet, so Harry said to him, listen, you play like you can, and you will be. And so Scott just ran around all day for Harry, and then another of his teammates was a bit more lazy, and Harry managed him, saying, look, I'll be on refereeing in a bit, and if I see you not running, I'll kick you up the backside. And so that kid ran all game for Harry.
I do
It's not
hear,
everyone who can say that they were managed at football by Harry Redknapp,
I do hear
who was a
tell,
world champion at something else.
I do hear tell that when he hits a golf ball, it stays hit as well.
40.
Hasn't had much time for golf in the past 12 months.
He's one up though in this set against the throw, so Veenstra under a bit of pressure, and this is more like it from Scott.
Hello.
Still not had a maximum, but that's solid.
More than 2 140s and a ton.
76. Scott to require 121.
Well,
Time on his side, hadn't he, Vassos?
yeah.
59.
Decided not to go for the treble 17 bull, having hit the single 20. Trouble is, Veenstra can do that to you.
So the 62 becomes a must-take. Treble 10 he'll start on, or attempt to. He's got it, so double 16 now for 2-0. Oh, that's more like it. Come on, that's more like it. That's the Mitchell winner.
First time he's broken the Veenstra throw in this match.
Looked like an imposter those first two sets, didn't it?
.16.
Trying to serve it out for the set now. The difference a few big numbers make.
85.
What a difference a break can make again. Harbour against Smith earlier. It was all going Dennis Harbour's way. He was averaging, what, 102 and 104 in the first two sets. Jeff Smith was nowhere. Came back after that little break, after two sets, and Smith won everything.
Dennis maybe ran out of gas a little bit. Jeff Smith into the semi-finals for the second year running.
Yeah.
100.
He's only been here twice as well.
Yep. And came through the prelims this time round as well. He's played one more match than the rest of them. That's the second maximum for Veenstra.
And he's on to a finish. Come on. Yeah, needed that. Really needed that. So Scott on 1-4-1. If Veenstra fails to take this out, which he will.
96. Scott to require
141 he's already done. He'll go 20s and stay on 20s now, because if he got a treble, he'd have obviously set up the 19 double 12. Might go 25 here. Oh, it's a bit unlucky.
30. Richard to require 14.
Tops for Veenstra. Another 2 darts at it, another 1.
No score.
25 finish. I can almost hear Bobby George saying, well, you go for that and you're going to get it. Double 4 then for Mitchell.
Yeah, let's go.
That's a set. That's more like it, Scotty.
Fourth set, first love. There's the Richard at first. Game on. 100.
2 from 13 on his doubles in the first 2 sets. 3 from 3 in the third set.
$100.
Who's your favourite now, John?
Well, he looks a different guy now, doesn't he? I mean, he was throwing so badly that we were wondering if there was something wrong with him.
40.
And he's come back from the break, and he's refocused, and he's looking, well, he's looking like a darts player now, isn't he?
He's looking like the world champion, or a bit more like the world champion.
100. $89.
Mitchell was just way better in that third set than he was in the previous 2. Long way to go.
16.
Veenstra's not throwing well either. I mean, his average is short of 80. And he's thrown very much better than that in previous matches when he defeated Jeffrey de Graaf and Martin Atkins.
Into the treble 20 again, Scott Mitchell. And again,
14.
He's favourite now to break the throw of Veenstra, who was handed those first 2 sets.
Great opportunity, 101.
52. Scott to require 101.
Treble 19 for double 12. Yes, double 12 for a 101. There it is.
Yeah, let's game show in the first line. Scott Mitchell.
Still hasn't missed the double. Still hasn't lost a leg since the break. I wonder what Mark McGeaney said to him backstage.
Get yourself sorted, I would imagine.
Good friends they are. They played each other last night. If you're just joining us, McGeaney had those 8 darts to beat Mitchell, but just couldn't find the double.
16.
And Scott
England
just about fell over the finishing line.
England international teammates, aren't they? They know each other's game inside out.
100. 100.
Will Mellor.
An actor? Is he?
2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Never seen it.
No, that was my order. Off you go.
Okay. Sorry, that one's dipped under my radar. Sure, he's very good, but I've not seen it.
Sorry, once again, John. I'll have 2 pints. Anyway, back to the darts.
114.
Better from Veenstra. But Mitchell has the darts.
Oh, good dart. That was an excellent dart. point I was making earlier on, that Bobby George doesn't like people using the bull because he reckons that if you throw for a 25, you're really throwing for a 50. So every now and then you're going to miss it. Anyway, 96. It's not the darts he wants.
Treble 19 for double 19. Oh, he nearly dropped the dart. Double 19. Oh, yes!
Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell has his mojo back.
100.
Well, he's certainly the favourite to level the match up now.
Superb. He hasn't missed a double, he hasn't lost a leg since the break.
45.
So, first couple of sets, both players were, well, frankly, they were all over the place. Scott especially. And then he came back after the break. 94 is a decent average.
It's not a world beater, is it? But I mean, at least it's more like the Mitchell that we know. That's the sort of level that he would expect to be playing at all the time, or better.
140.
Only had one dart at a double in the second set. 3 out of 3 in the third. 2 out of 2 so far in the fourth.
83.
Veenstra's got to hold on here, or Mitchell takes the set for 2-2, and this is putting the throw under considerable pressure. Maximum for Mitchell at last.
He's got to require 136.
To level the match at 2 sets apiece. Another one of those. So 16. Veenstra, over to you. This is must make.
78 required. Double 12 now. That's a good marker. And converted. 2-1.
Veenstra. 4 rackets, got the front first. Game on.
Two Englishmen already through to the semi-finals. Scott Waits and
16.
Jamie Hughes will play each other for a place in the final. A Canadian awaits the winner of this. Will it be Canada-Holland?
100.
Or will it be the defending champion of England?
It'll be interesting to know what the ongoing betting situation is, but you know, you can never be absolutely, you can never take anything for granted. There was one stage with the Scott Waits match when the guy who was playing, DeVos, do you remember last night when he was just away, way clear? He was being quoted
81.
on the exchanges at 33-1 on and winds up getting beaten.
That was one of the most astonishing U-turns in any darts match I've ever seen, to be honest.
And it had been similar with the Glenn Durrant match.
16.
Durrant was poised seemingly for victory against Waits, but Waits comes back. So you can never say something's over until that final dart is thrown, but Mitchell
100.
is certainly coming on a lot more strongly now.
DeVos was 3-0 up in sets against Scott Waits in a race to 4. In one set he took out the bull 3 times to win the set. 3-0. He won 8 legs in a row, and all of a sudden, the start of the 4th set, he couldn't hit anything.
Back to this, Mitchell's in trouble here. His throw's under a lot of pressure. 80 Veenstra will require when he comes back, and Mitchell can do no more than try and get a big score to make it a must-get, and he's not really done it.
80.
80 he needs.
20 in tops. He will have one dart at it to level the set.
40.
He'll miss it, and I tell you what, you could leave worse out shots than 126.
19s is the shot. Needs a treble 9 for the bullseye, but it's not there.
58. Richard to require 40.
Another go at tops. There it
Let's
is.
game short on the 4th leg. Richard Veenstra.
Oh, this becomes tasty now, doesn't it?
Richard 12 first. Game on.
This becomes key.
And the favourite is the man with the darts.
125.
Particularly when he starts like that.
Has to keep pace. Scott needs a treble.
81.
Just about does.
Well, he follows the 125 with a 140. This is better from Veenstra.
It's fantastic from Veenstra. The next break, incidentally, comes after 5 sets.
121.
KT Sharon, the Mitchell clan. Well, they're happier now than they were half an hour or so ago.
41.
But this is another mini crisis for Scott Mitchell.
This is a chance, though, Vassos. If he could have got a big score there and get himself onto a finish. Coming down, looking for precisely that, but he can't get the cover shot he wants.
$85.
So, Veenstra with 110 when he comes back, and he will. Scott would dearly love a 140 here, but 100 as a bare minimum.
81.
Poor last start.
Lisa to require 110.
110, Veenstra then to take the set. Oh, good dart. Double 16.
Yeah,
And that is a big dart for the Dutchman, who takes the set and now leads 3-1.
Fifth set, first leg. It's got the 12 first. Game on.
Scott Mitchell won 5 legs in a row. Veenstra's just won 3 in a row to take that set and restore his 2-set lead. First to 5 through to the semi-finals.
41.
Match is being played in a nice spirit. Remember, it was Scott Mitchell just over a year ago who told Richard Veenstra to get on the circuit and try and accumulate some ranking points, and he said, honestly, if you do that, Richard, in 2016 you'll be at Lakeside.
Mitchell throws under pressure again.
Decent 4th set, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was more like.
58.
It had some improving to do this match, and it is doing so. That's
114.
Sometimes the best darts of the week come in the semi-finals. Perhaps it's because
58.
of that jump in prize money from 6.5 grand to 15. Perhaps it's because the semi-finalists are invited back next year automatically, and so the pressure's off a little. But often we see nervy quarterfinals and superb semis.
Mitchell's on a finish. Veenstra adrift, and Mitchell wanting to hold his throw here to get first blood in this 5th set. 4-1 would be pretty calamitous. Needs so badly to win this set. Double 10. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, is he? He's not going to bust it, is he? So he's going to have to set it up with 76. The 1 for double 2.
Well, he will have 3 darts at double 2. Whatever Veenstra scores here, and that's fantastic.
35.
Couldn't be better, almost.
Right, let's see if he can do it. Double 2 for the opening leg. Double 1 now.
No score. These are to require 50.
18 for double 16 to break the throw. This will be a dart in the heart of Scott Mitchell, and there it is.
He's in a mess now, Vassos.
He's been broken. He's 3-1 down. Veenstra favourite to make it 4-1 with the darts.
96.
Veenstra isn't throwing to the level that he has done in previous matches, but he's doing enough to be
He's hit his last
100.
3 darts at a double, and he's hit 4 of his last 5. It's very good finishing at a crucial time in the match.
16.
Few rather plaintive shouts of "Come on, Scotty! Come on, Scott!" Well, there's one in.
100.
Quite simply, it might have taken it out of him last night's match against his good friend Mark McGuinney.
Well, maybe. Sometimes you just don't produce your best form, do you? That's better. Veenstra's 3rd maximum. Salutes his supporters. No finish though on 165.
97. $125.
Very nicely done. Went for the bull, not the half bull, and got it. Tops when he comes back, Veenstra. A break after this set, remember?
140.
And that might be too little too late for Scott Mitchell.
So this is for 2-0. Double 10 now. 5s. If he was to get inside, and that's where he is.
Spotting by 64.
Got to break back here, Scott. Double 8, 2 darts at it. Got to hit. Got to hit this double 4. Must, and all doesn't.
It's not his day.
It
is not his day. This is for 2-0, double 5. 1 double 2. This is a big dart. And he takes it. That's so important. Celebrations for the Dutch fans. Scott Mitchell is in a bad place.
Well, he's missed 5 darts at a double in this set. Oh, is that what he needs? Start a leg with a 180. Is that the shot of adrenaline that the champion needs?
140.
Fans will certainly hope so. Very partisan crowd, very pro Mitchell. That's 4.
100.
Pretty good.
Little pockets of Dutch supporters, but apart from that, 1,500 or so people in here. Most of them overwhelmingly want Scott Mitchell to win. Really popular guy,
16.
Really popular world champion.
He's on a finish, 161. Coming down. And that's a lovely cover shot, great shot. He also gets himself onto a finish. He's had 1 or 2 counting issues, not that time.
$100.
Okay, well, this would be fantastic. This would raise the roof. Would have.
Mitchell has to win this. Has to take this one to stay in the set. 61. Double 18, that's a good dart. Double 9, big moments. He's missed again. Another key double.
Well,
goes
3
begging.
chances to take the first leg, Scott Mitchell. 2 the second, 2 the third. So this for the set for Veenstra. He's taking his chances. And he is 1 set away from the semi-finals. On debut, Richard Veenstra of the Netherlands leads Scott Mitchell, the defending champion, by 4 sets to 1.
Flashes of the world champion's true ability, and he will fight, but he's 4-1 down, and Richard Veenstra looks on course for the semi-finals. Peter Hedman and Trina Gulliver will play in tomorrow's World Darts Championship final in the women's game. in the men's tournament. Jeff Smith once went through to the semi-finals where he played the defending champion Scott Mitchell or Richard Veenstra. Looks like Richard, he won the first 2 sets, and from 2-0 it's gone to 4-1, first to 5 the winner. Now Scott knocked out Mark McGeaney yesterday. They're good mates, Scott and Mark, they're doubles partners. Mark's been trying to get Scott going. Let's hand over to Reshman, who's with Mark, and tell us what's happening.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ray. Yes, Scott was in here after the first break, and you were geeing him up, weren't you? And it all sort of worked.
Yeah.
But again, he's sort of drifted a little bit. What's happening? What's in his head?
I think he's just feeling the pressure. I think he's not playing the way he can do. He's not playing the way he knows he can. What he's got to do is just calm down, relax, and know that he's been here before. He's done it, and he can do it again. I think he's doubting himself sometimes, but he will be back. He can do it. I know he can.
You really think after the performance out there just now, you think he's got it in him still as a world champion to still go ahead and take this, given that it's still 1 set for Veenstra to win this?
Richard's played absolutely fantastic there, but now like I said to Scott out there, the comeback starts now. This could be one of the greatest comebacks you've ever seen, and he can do it. He's got to believe in himself, and he will.
Brilliant. Mark, thank you very much.
He can do it.
6-7 first leg is division of 12 first. Game on.
Of course he can do it, Scott Mitchell. But he needs to win 4 sets in a row. Richard Veenstra isn't throwing that well.
59.
So if this man finds his A game or anything close to it, well, who'd back against him? But, George, this is a big but. Where's his A game gone?
Yes, evening, Vassos. It's been a little bit baffling, this, hasn't it? Neither player with an overall average that's going to threaten the title here.
100.
Wouldn't threaten the second round in some cases.
But Veenstra is in pole position. Mitchell has to produce now. What have you got, Scott?
140.
That's a decent start. In that 5th set, Scott Mitchell had 3 chances to win the first leg
59.
and 2 each in the second and third. He's had the doubles. If he'd taken those chances, could have been 3-2 and a different story, but 4-1, it's such a long way back. More of that, please,
140.
if he's going to come back.
Well, it's tough to defend the title
85.
here. Bristow, Barney and Wolfie managed it. Scott Mitchell at least wants to get through today and regroup. What a big task he has.
55. $58. Scott to require 123.
1, 2, 3 for a leg against the darts. Treble 18 now he needs for the bullseye, but no, he'll stay on the 18s. Well, he tried
49.
to, straight into the 4s.
Richard to require 140.
Erratic from Scotty Dog. That wasn't great. That was unlucky. So Mitchell will be back.
30. Scott to require 74.
Oh, what's that? It's an 11. So 13 for the bull. No, not close, are they?
Richard to require 110.
Not even hitting the right numbers at the moment. That's a great dart. 18 leaves double 16.
78.
Not this time.
Scott to require 38.
Is he going to go straight for double 19? Sam looks on. Yes, he is. Getting closer. Must hit it this time. Must.
Yeah, it's King Sean in the first line. Scott Mitchell. Second line, then Scott the 12 first. Game on.
He just lost 6 in a row before that.
Well, comebacks have to start somewhere. And this is not a bad start from Scott Mitchell. Ton 18.
111.
Oh yes, that's 4.
Go on.
5. Oh, come on! Well, given what's gone before from Scott Mitchell, this is astonishing.
97.
He couldn't do it, could he? He couldn't hit the perfect leg of darts. Oh, not this time.
Just make sure you win the leg. Would have been nice, but he's got bigger fish to fry right now, trailing 4-1.
It's an interesting question, though, isn't it?
100.
Place in the semi-finals or a 9-dart leg. Double 16 anyway for this leg. And an 11-darter. Yeah, he'll take that.
Scott Mitchell. Third leg is if he should have thrown first. Pima.
Which would you take?
100.
In the ridiculous hypothetical question that I would be in any position to do either.
Yep.
I'd probably take the 9-darter.
Yeah, I would every time.
Just
Every
for
time.
that bit of history. Knowing that if I did make the semi-finals, it would be ridiculous that I was there anyway. And I'd get hammered.
There's a champion every year. There hasn't been a 9-darter since 1990.
But we've heard from Scott all week how loath he is to lose his title. And it is still his title. He is desperate to keep hold of that piece of silverware.
It's funny, isn't it?
45.
If you talked to him 12 months ago, he'd have said, oh, I don't care if I never win another darts match, as long as I win this world title once. But do you know what? He's really worn
16.
the title well. He's worn the crown well. Still wearing it well. Still not giving up. It's a long way back, though.
16.
Great champion, great ambassador, great bloke, Scott Mitchell. But being blown away at the moment. This is much better, this set, though, and it had to be.
140.
Veenstra first to a finish. He has the darts in this leg.
140.
Scott will have a chance to throw first for the set if Veenstra takes out 56.
100. But he's to require 56.
To hold throw, 16 for tops. Well, he's gone 20 for double 18. Missed that by some distance. Not that time, though.
In the third leg. But he's at baseline. 4 now against Scott to throw first. Pima.
Well, he's going to have to close it out himself. No break for Scott.
Must hold here.
43.
Must hold here. Not the way to start. So there's an on-site bookmaker here at the Lakeside. Opened on Saturday afternoon. The first bet they took was from a Dutch fan. Hold that thought.
Hello.
135.
A Dutch fan in a big orange coat who backed Veenstra to win the title at 66 to 1.
48.
How much did he have on it?
He didn't say.
Either way, great shout.
$100.
That's good pressure from Veenstra. Scott Mitchell hasn't fared well. Well, he hasn't fared well throughout this match, but when he's had the darts, he's only won 4 legs of 11.
81.
We've seen great guts from him, though, Mitchell, this tournament, much like Scotty Waits doesn't really know when he's beaten. Great resolve when his back is to the wall.
Scott to require 142.
Needs this.
Yes. Treble 20. Yes. Double 11 for a 142 and the sets. Yes!
Scott Mitchell.
Is this the start of something special?
Well, his
Seventh
mates
set, first leg, it's got the throw first, Pima.
Art McGeaney backstage says it's going to have to be one of the comebacks of all time. And he's got the first set of the required fight back. But the thing about great sporting comebacks, every single little thing has to go your way. One blip, and he's still gone.
121.
He's back in the treble. Is he back in the mood?
He might be.
140. 100. 100. 100. Scott, you require 161.
Oh, he's taken out 161 this tournament already.
137.
This is the Scott Mitchell we know and love.
$65. Scott, you require 24.
Double 12. One more. Yeah!
Let's get him short in the first round. Scott Mitchell.
Okay.
Second round is Reset first. Game on.
Scott Mitchell on the comeback trail.
60.
Big dart again. The average creeping up towards respectability, but it's all about the match. 4-2 down. Trailed 4-1. But Veenstra still fancies this. And that's another max.
At the moment, it's the quarter-final we hoped we'd get when it begun.
100.
He's back for more.
180. 60. Richard to require 81.
Back-to-back ton 80s from Veenstra. Treble, 12 for the bullseye.
49.
He decided not to go for it. You know why.
2 180s for the leg, 5 for the match, 12 for the tournament for the Dutchman.
83.
Mitchell just strays into the treble one, so 32, 216, first start.
The second round.
1-1.
Veenstra. Third leg is from the drum first. Game on.
Okay, 2 legs with the darts. If it keeps going like this, Mitchell will win the set for 4-3. And then all of a sudden, it's not quite such a long way back. First things first, hold your throw, and that's a fine way to start.
The 4-3 lead would be a completely different mindset for Richard Veenstra on his lakeside debut. Leads 4-2, had led 4-1. Mitchell now asking questions. But how severe are those questions?
100. 60.
Veenstra had a 4-1 lead. Must have been thinking he had one foot in the semi-finals. Monique must have been thinking it, his girlfriend. I wonder what she's thinking now. I wonder what he's thinking now.
120.
So there's a finish here.
Score to require 161.
Not now. But plenty of time.
137.
Nicely done.
$91. Scott to require 24.
2 12s, there they are.
Yeah, that's Veenstra in the third round. Scott Mitchell. 4 leggers and he's in the 21st. Game on.
Excited yet?
140.
Good darts from Veenstra, but Scotty Dog is starting to wag his tail.
$140.
Little break coming up after this set as well, if we get a Mitchell victory, of course.
Yeah, well, they'll be going off stage either way after this set.
Yes.
Oh,
Good
this
darts.
is really good.
136.
Sorry to interrupt, George. Veenstra responding to the improved Mitchell. Shame it took 5 sets to get to this.
140.
Oh, we don't need to worry about that now. Let's just enjoy this sporting drama at Lakeside for a place in the semis.
65.
Well thought. But 160's not a terrific finish, and a 140 here, or at least 100.
100.
That's a lot better.
160.
Good last start, so Mitchell waits on 121 unless Veenstra takes out 160.
100. Scott to require 121.
Treble 20. Treble 17 for the bullseye. Nope.
57. Richard to require 60.
This to make Scott Mitchell throw for the set.
Yeah,
and he's nailed it. So 2-2, Mitchell with the dunk.
It's got to throw first.
But Veenstra 1 leg away from the semi-finals. Scott must hold here.
And you can hear the crowd. They sense this is a big moment. And this is a big performance.
140. $55.
Oh, it's a loose visit as well from Veenstra.
Look at Scott Mitchell's average in this set, nearly 105.
Veenstra's not too shabby.
The key stats on your screen though are 2 legs apiece. And what that means is Veenstra is 1 away from the semi-finals. As you were saying, George, there's no room for error for Scotty Dog.
And that is why comebacks of this magnitude are so difficult. Can't take a set off. One blip and all the other work goes out the window.
That's why they're so rare as well. He's not even halfway there yet. He had to win 4 sets in a row. He's only won 1. He looks favourite to win this set, but only a warm favourite at the moment.
Not this time.
65.
Will come back for 96. Will have to hold his nerve. Or what's Veenstra doing?
81.
Not on a finish.
96.
96 for the defending champion to pull within a set. Double 18. Brilliant dance. Mitchell's motoring. And from 4-1 down, he's back to within 1 at 4-3. What a match.
What a fighter. Scott Mitchell won't give up the defence of his BDO world title easily. 4-1 down, he's giving it everything, he's got it 4-3, and will Richard Veenstra be able to hold it together as Scott Mitchell tries to take it to a deciding 9th set. Final set, or set to tonight, about to be played, and we've seen Peter Hetman and Trina Gulliver win through to the final in the Women's World Championship. Jeff Smith through to the semi-finals in the men's tournament. But it's all about Scott Mitchell and Richard Veenstra. Richard needs 1 set for victory. Scott, the defending world champion, needs to win the final 2 sets. He was 4-1 down. He's brought it back to 4-3. First of 5, the winner. Not really the defending champion that we've seen. His darts haven't been great this week, but there's nothing wrong with his spirit. Tony O'Shea's watching this. What a fighter. Is this all about how Richard Veenstra deals with the drama of this occasion? Because the players are on the way out now, and the lakeside is buzzing. Will Scott Mitchell turn this around?
Well, I don't know what Mark McGeaney actually said to him, but it's working. It must be that England team spirit, because that fight back again after the break was unbelievable.
He just wasn't there in the first 2 sets. Then we saw flashes of Scott Mitchell, but then all of a sudden he refuses to give in. I'm curious as to how Richard Veenstra would deal with this.
He can't believe this is happening again. I mean, he's seen this is the anything can happen lakeside. I mean, he's seen all these breaks and people coming back. It's unbelievable, mate.
Scott Mitchell will give it everything he's got to stay in the tournament. He desperately wants to defend the title. Back to George and Vassos.
Is it on?
8th set, first leg is Richard first. Game on.
He's only halfway there. But a penny for Richard Veenstra's thoughts right now.
Is it on? Well, if he wins this set, I think I know who I'd fancy in the decider.
Veenstra with the darts in this set, so Mitchell must find a way to break. Good start from the Dutchman.
100.
66-1 Veenstra at the start of this week. Debutant at Lakeside.
100.
Ranked 15 in the world, but unseeded.
Well, the break perhaps didn't come at a good time for Scott Mitchell. He had real momentum. Now is Veenstra refreshed and ready to see this one through.
That break came at a very good time for Veenstra. Mitchell was on a charge. Mitchell was averaging 105, nearly 106.
140.
In that 7th set. He's on a finish of 1-2-1 to hold this throw. 11 for bullseye. Oh, double 18 for a 25. Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
Richard Veenstra. Second leg is split the throw first. Game on.
Highest check out of the match for the Dutchman.
100.
And a 12 dart leg to boot. Not a bad way to start your bid for the semi-finals. He only needs 3 legs, Veenstra. Mitchell's comeback is only halfway through. Again, no room for error, because if Mitchell fails to hold this throw here, Veenstra's with the darts, throwing for a place in the semis.
This could be a big moment.
140.
3 100s, then a ton 40. So Veenstra nudges ahead.
Scott playing the game at his own pace.
140.
Very nice, that.
Always looks composed under pressure, the champion.
41.
That was a poor visit from the Dutchman. So 6 darts from 161 for Scott Mitchell. Treble 17 for bullseye. Back to 20s to set it up.
97.
He's on 64. Veenstra way back on 220. But it's that room for error thing again.
64.
Veenstra's now on a finish, so the 64 is must hit.
Treble 16. 16 would leave one shot at double 16. That's not a bad marker.
32.
Overcooked it though.
Lisa to require 116.
Yes. No.
19.
Yes,
Got
no,
25,
maybe.
32.
This one has to be.
Yeah, let's keep Sean in the second line. Scott Mitchell.
And is.
Third line is Alicia to first. Game on.
Remember, it's not good enough to hold this throw for Scott Mitchell. He has to break.
100.
Back from the brink in the last round against Mark McGeaney, his good mate. Back from the brink tonight. Oh, wow! You never know.
Yes, he has to win this leg or the next two. What a start. What a start. What a dart. Oh dear.
41.
Oh no, he says. No, what was that? He's a big talker to himself on the hockey, Scott Mitchell. And he talks to the referee.
123.
He asks the ref questions like, what am I doing? Where was that? That was better.
Well, you're doing all right now. A lot better than before. Needs a treble here.
140.
Gets one. So he will have a shot at least.
98. Scott to require 114.
Might have to produce something special like a 140, you know. Unlucky.
100.
How is your nerve, Richard Veenstra?
To move within a leg of victory. 20. One dart, a double top.
Yeah,
and that's all he needs. Mitchell was waiting to pounce. And the 66-1 outsider is now one leg away.
Well, we've been here before. Scott Mitchell with the dart, knowing he has to hold or he's out. He only starts with a 60, only 60. Veenstra looks focused. Whatever was said to him, whatever he thought during that break, he has come out a different player.
Oh, is this it? Mitchell's treble radar 41. Is failing him, and Veenstra suddenly has the darts back.
With a 40 lead.
100.
Make that a 140 lead. Give or take one.
Well, how's your nerve? Oh, just thinking about this one. 17s was the shot. Once he'd worked out the maths. Mitchell's way off.
Could really do with a maximum here. A 140 as a bare minimum. No. So he's not on a finish. And Veenstra is. This is match point. He will be back. How much can he take out of the 164?
55.
Not enough, really. Not as much as he wanted to.
Mitchell needs a big visit here. Just to make Veenstra sweat. He's waiting on 109. Oh, Scotty. Oh, 41. Dear, oh dear.
There's Monique. Veenstra's girlfriend. 20 for double 16. He will have a dart for the match. Or will it be 12 for tops? 2 16s for a place in the semi-finals.
77.
And look how far back Scott Mitchell is.
Well, he's just got to cross his fingers now, Mitchell.
99.
Here we go.
32.
Monique's praying.
2 16s. Double 8. Oh, that's horrible.
Game.
That's brilliant. What a performance from Richard Veenstra on his debut. 66-1. She can't believe it. The champion has been dethroned. Really gracious from Scott Mitchell, but it's Richard Veenstra from the Netherlands through to his first ever Lakeside semi-final, and that is what it means.
Ladies and gentlemen, we say goodbye to a great champion, a great ambassador, Scott Mitchell. But through to his first Lakeside World Championship semi-final from the Netherlands, flyers Richard Veenstra.
Yes, Richard Veenstra's through to the semi-finals, in with a chance of adding his name to a distinguished list. Della, Taylor, Priestley, Hart, Burnett, Klassen, Kist all won the Lakeside title on their first appearance in the tournament. And he's just knocked out the defending champion, Scott Mitchell. Well played, Richard Veenstra.